of Mothership, and the top right position is Solar here on this 3-player map. Now find me something slimy on the ground. Are we gonna see mutas? I want to see some mutas. Maybe a 3-player map actually tends itself to be a good map for mutas. Do we have air blockers? I think these things do block, yeah, so maybe this is not the best map. Every map is a turn map. Double barracks. Byun going for... I think he went for the command center first into double barracks follow-up. No. Oh, that's what they were talking about. This is a turn. He did do the translations. This is a turn map. First time playing this, so it's not a turn map. Haha. Okay. Interesting opening here from Byun. Immediately going into a very intensive production setup here. No unit. This is no unit until 3 minutes basically. That's when the first Marines are gonna pop. And this is a 2-1-1, but what a way to get there. Command center first into double barracks immediately, with double add-on immediately, and then finally getting a few units out. We'll shoot down that Ling, but the Ling does get the full scout, so Solar has the full picture. He knows the timings, he knows everything, and he's gonna be pissed because he sees his command center first. He could have gone for 3 hatch before pool. 16 command center. Something like that. He's probably like, I went 16 pool and you went 26 SCV first Marine or so. Now starport on the way here. 16 Marine drop. Is it gonna be 60 Marines? Yeah, probably. Yeah, Solar's getting his links in position to try and scout the pathway. That these medevacs are gonna take. Stim is about to finish. The medevacs are a little bit late, so he's actually walking with his Marines, and the Zergling does miss this move out. We do have one Zergling coming in though. He will see the lack of units. He sees like, wait, oh, and then he sees this other group as well, so he knows. He knows. Now a bunch of queens rotating into that third base. He thinks this is his weak point and the point of tension for now. I kind of want to see Byun push though from this area. Like, it feels like you can set up a few tanks and really push quite nicely into this position. Probably not gonna be able to set up anything over there, but like here close to the ramp or behind the minerals, there are still some good positions to take. Of course, the tank's a little bit slower now with this build-up. He only gets one for now. He still has the factory on that tackler. Could go for more if he wants to. Baneling nest on the way. Now the 16 marine drop is gonna start, and Hive is halfway done. Sorry, Lair is halfway done. Fourth base on the way here for Solar. You will see this. He doesn't really have any banelings available to him right now, but he's gonna have the +1 carapace, and that's gonna be good enough. +1 massling is a good way to counter 16 marine drop. Combat shield's about to finish here. No +1 damage though, so yeah. Those links are gonna be very, very tanky for quite a while. Second move out is immediately spotted. Now with that upgrade he's gonna try to catch these reinforcements, but those have been seen here by the 16 marines, so... Oh my god! Byun with a little bit of a bad rotation there is still gonna be able to salvage the situation though. And he will join his forces. Links coming in, Solar a little bit too flimsy in that army. And now he's trying to move some Banes here to bolster his power. And the Baneliness, of course, with that speed upgrade, is going to provide 5 more hit points to these Banes once more. Again, we're looking at 30 hit points right now. They're going to be 35 hit points in a little bit. I'm trying to push this with Queens, but he will most likely lose his base. I don't think you can save this here as Solar. It's going to be a very tough save. He's trying to set up a flank here. Yeah, I'm a little bit late with that medevac rotating up there to try and monitor the movement. But yeah, he is going to lose the base now. Boom, there we go. You still want to kind of stop that army over there, because if these tanks, as I said, set up over here, that's going to be a nasty position. Oh, this is good from the Queens. He could try to snipe a tank from that high ground. There's no vision right now. Again, a group of links getting shredded to pieces here. So far the engagements haven't really been going, and the armor rotation haven't been really going Solar's way. He's been losing basically a lot of units for nothing. I mean, look at this. We only have 2 units killed here from Byun. And finally a few more. But like, Solar's just been bleeding out units. And of course a base. Just by walking in circles. It's crazy. And there are the tanks. Positioning quite nicely here, of course. Gonna be able to assist these marines. But there's the big flank. Banes on the high ground. The tanks are trying to retarget. Oh, can he get a shot on the clump? He does get one nice connection there. Just not enough to be able to swing this fight. And yeah, eventually Solar just had too many units there. Was able to swallow that army. Of course, I mean, this is where the reinforcements are, right? So if he would have had all together beyond this, the fight looks different, but he didn't, so Solar looked very solid there. Byun keeps on producing tanks. I really like this. Tanks have been received quite the good buff here, as in they're not abductable anymore. It's not like that was the only choice or the first choice anyways against tanks, because that's been blinding clouds most of the time. But it's a good thing, like for the tank. It's just makes the Terran army a little bit stronger against the Viper, of course. So yeah, it's a little bit more difficult for the Zerg to try and best that tank setup. But this is where you kind of need to spread out your tanks a little bit better, I feel like, as Byun. You kind of want to spread them a little bit, because one blinding cloud is gonna hit those 2. I mean, there's no Viper yet, so of course there's no Hive yet, but eventually there's gonna be, and at that point you really want to spread them. Tank spread is gonna perform way better. Maybe, mate, you're a little bit too much forward here with these Marines. Trying to kill these Queens, but transfuse energy seems to be infinitely. He does get a Queen. He needs to evacuate from this position here and tries to go into the 3rd base again, but that's gonna be thwarted here by Solar. Gets into the main though, and man, Solar is just not having a good day, it seems. Just not able to deal with this fast enough. He will eventually clear this, will he? And he actually did not really lose any drones. He's also gonna clear over here in the north. We do see a little bit of an evacuation there on the rest of the army though. One medevac with nothing inside. It's just like hovering here on the right. He's now gonna decide to bring that back. Try to keep the boost to avoid some hydras. But the hydras are merciful. He's still kind of afraid and just go back into the corner. Now Viper's on the way and Byun is transitioning into Widow Mines. Of course, Widow Mines did receive also a buff, but only with the Drilling Claws upgrade, and that's not something we have right now enabled. He does have still a Tech Lab on one of the factories, but he needs to get that one. He needs to remember that one, because it's very important. Oh, gonna get a good Widow Mine connection. That's decent. Not that great. Yeah, tanks again setting up together. You want Blinding Cloud to rule them all. A little bit of an unfortunate position here for Byun, I want to say. Really not utilizing that tank group that he had to his fullest potential there. Medivacs try to evacuate everything. Solar does decide against the further chase and just pulls back. He says, alright, let's go back and defend our 4 bases for now. He kind of needs to find something soon though. He needs to get a new base out and running. There's the Widowman upgrade. Drilling Claws, which means they burrow faster now once they get it. Of course, they still get the cloak and everything and whatnot. Oh, that was a lot of friendly fire as well as some very nice Bane connections. That was a really good fight for Solar. This is a big issue though. If he loses this base, he kind of needs to smack this base here from Byun, because that's not enough. That's not good enough. He's gonna try to bait some Widowmine shots. He does set off most of them. One is still alive here in the left. And we'll connect on some random links there. But this base, that's the thing, as a Terran, he just lifts the base, he transfers the SCVs, but the base doesn't really get splashed from Banes that much and doesn't take that much damage from the Hydras, enough units to keep the rest safe, and Byun keeps his base while he kills one from Solar. Solar on 3 bases, Byun on 4 bases, and that's not where you want to be as the Zerg player. Lurker then on the way here. He still has these Vipers lurking around. Just because they can't abduct tanks doesn't mean they can't abduct anything else. They can still do that spell. Coming in here, shooting down the hatchery again. And even trading against the Banes here. He's gonna completely wreck that army. Byun, he's not gonna have any of it. And Solar isn't finding the value he's looking for. Now, Byun does not know about the space. If he sees this, he sees the drone. He can't just shoot it from down under, yeah. He's trying to do something more here on the right side, but he needs to get away. And his units kind of got caught by a Baneling there. And a nice connection. Now Solar's really struggling here with his rotations. I mean, look at this, even drones just sitting idle because he doesn't have a safe place to put them. He doesn't have a way to rotate perfectly here. He doesn't have anything that stabilizes his position. He doesn't have, like, this map, I feel like in the end it might have been better if he played Mutalisks, because he would be more mobile against these mass medevac movements. Now, he's trying to go with Lurkers now at this point, but he already loses 13 more drones. He's gonna lose this base most likely. And maybe he's gonna be able to save it with these Lurkers here, trying to push and retake this position. But he loses again so much of his economy. And we have another drop into the natural base, and yeah, Solar's just saying at this point, no. I shrunk. Sorry guys. Solar's just saying, no, I don't want any more. We go next. You can have this Terran map. Next map is gonna be Taito Citadel. course, this is a best of 5, so there's still plenty to go on for Solar in this series and plenty of chances to come back. But for now, this man here in the bottom right is up 1-0. It is Byun. And in the top left, looking for a comeback, it is Solar. Taito Citadel, let's have a quick look at the map here. I haven't seen this played too much yet, but a couple of times. We do have a high ground situation here from natural and third base, and then it goes into a few low ground areas. But this is actually quite difficult to engage, so a quite safe 3-base setup. We only kind of need to control 3 ramps, and then you have to go onto the low ground though. This base, and this base, they're all on the low ground. There's still a lot to kind of obstruct them. Very small pathways, really. And there's another low ground situation though. So if you have 1 ramp and 1 even entry to defend for this base has like only 1 entrance. It's quite strong actually. It's really good to set up a lot of siege tank positions. And it's actually, it looks like it's very difficult for a Zerg to correctly engage with a melee composition. Now, is Solar gonna play a Spire on this map? I don't think this would be the map to do it. Something funny like a Roach Hydra composition might work. Maybe faster lurk attack. But this map just looks very good for siege positions. Or anything for AoE. Byun is going into the Reaper Expand, finally playing a standard game here. Started to go across the map. Solar is gonna look for that 3rd hatchery. That's an interesting position, so he decides to go against this high ground area and says, alright, I want to have that 1 entry point over here. This is blocked off, and this is the other one, which is quite far away, so yeah, maybe this is deliberate, I'm not sure. It is an interesting approach though. It will weaken his creep on that high ground area in total though, and make a possible way open into the main base for drops for Byun here. So let's see how he wants to play this. Three CC setup here. Solar says, haha, okay, rush distance here is long. Byun, I was wondering. You can read, guys. Of course, these are the TSL, not TSL, Team Liquid Map Contest candidates, or winners, I think. Candidates, I'm not exactly sure, but those are all maps that have been played already in the Wardy tournament, which does feature these maps. But so they are all basically maps that could become ladder maps, but they're not there yet. The pool, the rotation hasn't been done yet, and the maps haven't been chosen, and not all of them are gonna make it. Like usually it's gonna be about 3 to maybe 5, 6 maps that will rotate from the 9 in the pool, so yeah. You can look forward to see some of these on the ladder, but some will just not make it. And that's the reason why these players just didn't have that much playtime on these maps yet. But it's also interesting to see. It makes them think on their feet a little bit on how to play the maps. Maybe they need to actually play a different style. And there we go. So we do see some safety roaches here from Solar. He basically took a look at the map. It's like, man, there's so many siege positions here. This is such a good map for range units. Let's play roaches. And he does immediately open up with 6 roaches here to try and keep himself from Hellions. And now I really like his choice with these expansions he took, because he's first and foremost creating a really long path for the Hellions to rotate around. And then he just has roaches in very chunked or choked up positions to try and deny these Hellions from getting in. So yeah, I really like this opening here and the thought process from Solar behind this. Or at least how it plays out. Very, very brilliant. So he's basically defending with a bare minimum amount of units. And it's super safe. There's nothing Byun can do. And not even that, he kind of protects the creep with that as well, because the rotations just go so slow from Byun. I mean, look at the path he had to take. He had to go all this way around to finally establish himself again on the high ground. But by taking this low ground expansion first, he kind of is able to freely creep here on that high ground, if that makes sense. Because the army from Byun is trying to look for an entry into the drone line, of course. So he kind of gets free reign over the high ground anyways, because of that big, huge rotation you'd have to take to actually get there. Now 2 badges coming in here, and Solar didn't really anticipate those. He did see them coming in though last second. They don't have cloak, so don't wonder why they don't cloak you right now. Hydra then is on the way here. Infestation pit already done. Hive just clicked now after the badges moved out, so he does not exactly know that it's there. He did see the infestation pit though, so he knows that the potential hive is on the way. He's trying to go in for some assassination. He finds this base is about to be set up here. And yeah, this is kind of cool for creep actually, this map. So definitely, like, every race can push their advantages through these weird... This weird map. The weird layout. You just need to be a little bit smart about it seems. Now let's have a look at Byun's base. It's been a while since we've been here. This wall is not completed yet, should probably fix that eventually. He's kind of making depots here, there and everywhere. But there's like, you're probably not gonna break up this wall. For example, you're just gonna use this big ramp from over here to rotate down there. And he did take his high ground bases. He could have walled up this area, but he did wall close to his base. And this is, I'm pretty sure you can put buildings in here. And Byun is gonna start to roam the map a little bit with his force. He does have 2-2 on the way here, and he already has a bunch of tanks. Tanks should be king, but this open area here in the middle is actually not that great for the tanks. He kind of needs to get in these positions. If he can push onto this high ground, I think that's a good, nice position potentially that he can take. And I like his rotation here. Yeah, I fully agree. I don't usually agree with Byun, but I like his move, his choice here to try to take this base. But he needs to siege up his tanks. He only has 1 in the front. I don't know what he's doing with the other ones in the back. They're just sitting ducks right now. Doesn't even matter though, he has so many bio units. He seems to be overwhelming here. In the end though, it is not enough yet. The roaches are just powerful enough in conjunction with the lurkers here to still hold this position. And the tanks are falling back. The buyer did actually dwindle in numbers here, so he has to reinforce this push before he can actually put on more pressure. The Banshees, I'm not sure if I like them just roaming freely on by themselves. Oh, he's actually just gonna park them over here. That's a good choice, maybe. Now, an engage through the middle is gonna be difficult. There's another ramp that he needs to cross here, and without that vision, there was an easy ambush there for Solar. Oh my, that's a big fungal here. Really nice there. Does even connect a couple biles. Unfortunately, not enough. Oh, come on, you can kill that one Hydra. Oh, it's actually 3. Now, Byun does have a 4th base up and running. This might be a long one, ladies and gentlemen, here. Or lady and gentlemen. I'm not sure. Pretty sure that I also have 99% male viewership here. Hello, guys. 2-1 on the way here and about to finish for Solar. So he's gonna keep up with the upgrades. 2-2 did just finish for Byun. You don't really want to engage right now, but already transitioning into the melee damage. So Solar is going away from that roach composition and is just going into Lingbane Hydra with lurkers. He just went into faster lurkers this game. Can he make this work though? It feels like these tanks are just in too good of a position and they've been really shredding the army here. No links meant no quick engage on those things. Oh, this, you can't actually go. Oh, this is interesting. I even didn't notice this. And Byun was like, wait, why can't I want to put this here. Why can't I? There's a high ground here. Oh, this is so interesting. This is so difficult to see. So there's a high ground from here to this tower. And he was even more safe. Maybe Solar also didn't see this. Oh, he gets a kill on this base even. The Hydras are gonna move in and finish off the Banshees. But they definitely delayed that base for quite a while, so really good. I'm pretty sure they killed this one. Yeah, that's the hatchery. They got a kill. Very well done. Nidus. Oh, the ghosts already see it though. Oh, this is ill-fated. What a shame. Even SCVs to help. Can he kill it though? Yeah, perfect amount. That's crazy. And then he snipes the thing. Is he gonna pull a few SCVs again? No, he's just gonna burrow the mines. He's still like, alright. Bring out your lurkers and run into mines. You don't really kill lurkers fast with mines, but you don't kill lurkers fast with SCVs either. Oh, Byun. Oh, Byun, the links reinforcing, and this is where the wall not being completed actually played a big role. This attack was way better than I thought, but it's still probably not gonna be enough because Byun is just pushing in the front. He says like, oh, you're using your lurkers to try and attack me? Hey, guess where they're not at? You're a defensive position. So I can kill a base. You can kill 20 SCVs, but I can kill a base here. And Byun is just gonna lift his own. He's gonna kill these lurkers. They're not gonna evacuate. He's gonna even kill the Nidus, so there's no way back home anymore for the lurkers. Sniping these Hydras. Oh, the Banes are really good against these ghosts right now. We need to be careful here. The ghosts, they die fast now to Banes. Oh, he lost one of the medivacs here. Man, these spore forests actually crazy. Byun is tried to drop into the main afterwards, but he just ran into so many spores. 3 spores sitting here and shooting at those medivacs, even getting 2 of the kills. Come on, drop a ghost. I want to see the ghost. HP, yeah, it's 125. So the ghosts do take 4 hits from the Baneling to die. Excuse me, that includes Splash. They die very fast now to Banes. They used to be super tanky. Like, imagine a Baneling does 20 damage to a ghost or 40 damage almost. With the 40 damage, it takes 4 Baneling hits. With 20 damage, it used to take 5 at least. Because the ghost used to have 100 HP. It might have been 125 HP for a while. So it used to take 6 or 7 hits even from Banes. Like, ghosts used to tank so much damage from Banes. But now they actually die rather fast. That's all because they became light units. As you can see down here, light biological psionic. They have a lot of tags now. And Byun is starting to kind of lose some momentum here. Solar really pushed it back. And he's establishing map control right now. Byun is struggling to re-max currently. Oh, SCVs are trying to run into the command center, but they just didn't do it fast enough. These SCVs have to get off the line here. Byun is trying to hold the line. With the ghosts, they can't be in the front anymore against these Banes. Fungal coming in here, you kind of need to have those Marauders in the front. Oh my god, man. Is Solar just gonna break him here? Solar did kill this base, it didn't get lifted. And he still has all of his lurkers behind here. Byun there with a very sloppy defense, and he never got up to the big base count. Oh, I guess he still has some Obdils. Gonna try to re-establish this base down here on the low ground. Another nice fungal on all of these ghosts, and they just get wrecked. Nice surround here. So again, gonna have to lift that command center. No money for an orbital. Can he actually hold his ground here? Banelings connecting again with the army, and that's just enough momentum for Solar to grab that map win for himself. So 1-1 all tied up here. It felt like a very good map for Terran, but this is like it's a very difficult map to play, it seems like. Siege units look to be king though, to be honest. Now Throne of the Dunes is gonna be our next map here. This best of 5, sitting at a 1-1 between these two players. Byun, Solar. Byun might be the worst performing the best player with the worst performance. That makes sense. The strongest worst performing player maybe. He kind of gets too much points against so many great players, and then he just loses the series by the skin of his teeth. And yeah. And then he's out, right? And he never gets the good finish. Because the guy he lost to is gonna win the whole thing. But it always feels like recently he has kind of been stuck in this round of 8, round of 4 sometimes. But more kind of in the round of 8. Just not being able to bring that last bit of oomph that he needs to really break through again. But he's undoubtedly one of the greatest players we have in this game. It's just such a struggle for him to get good results for some reason. Meanwhile, Solar is as solid as always. Sometimes peak Solar takes basically a championship here or there, but he's like a consistent round of 8, round of 4. He will always be there. You'll never see him go out that easily, that early. He will always bring the fight. But it's kind of funny. These two actually are basically kind of in the same boat in that regard. Byun even a little bit more than Solar, but yeah. Now though, with Dark being still currently retired, eyes are on Solar to lead the Korean Zerg Armada. I guess it's only 2 at this point. There used to be so many. Su, DRG. I can give way back, you know, Sniper. Dalragu, Symbol, Armani. There used to be so many good Zerg players. Now it's like Solar, Dark, and Ragnarok. Or Shin. And that's the 3. And Dark is currently retired, or on pause. Like, this guy is gonna come back. Dark is gonna play StarCraft again. Because he is like... StarCraft 2 is in his blood. There's no way that he can ever stray away from the game, I feel like. So yeah, he will definitely be back. And you'll watch out, he's gonna be in good shape. Oh my god. It's a Link Flood? It's a Link Flood? Of all things? Against the Terran? There's no wall in a natural, so he can theoretically win in a natural. It's a Link Flood. And there's no scout on this. And now he sees it. He has 2 Hellions. He's trying to evacuate the SCVs. He needs to fight with the SCVs, but you see how good these links are against Hellions in these choked up positions. He killed 2 SCV. What are you thinking? Question mark. Even I could do that. You don't need to be Byun to do that. It's how Hellions are supposed to work. Yeah. So Solar just threw away 600 minerals and killed 2 SCVs. And he basically is down in workers. I don't understand that. Well, idiot. Definitely. I can't agree more. While I was praising Solar's cerebral play last game, I definitely cannot see this game. It's like he was switched with a doppelganger who has only toast in his head. Upload coming in for the scout is identified. That stim is already on the way, but the barracks are not finished up yet. But he knows that the 111 setup is there. He of course also did see that third base, and the Liberator is harassing inside a spore and just immediately gets shot down. He kills 2 probes though, or drones. Yeah, Hallion's pretty low. There's no healing zone on this map, funny enough, so there's no way to heal them up. Unless you want to repair those. Or morph them into hellbats, blah blah blah. The Marine Force is going to be extremely late. I think he's actually repairing those, yeah. Oh, 1 SCV, that's so cute. 1 SCV is gonna finish them all up, and he even has some minerals with him to keep him company. Oh, he's gonna get that creep gem, that's nice. Queen's coming to re-establish the creep over here. Armory on the way, so at this point I'm pretty much guessing that he's gonna keep those Hellions alive for his next push. And he even stops repairing because he wants to morph them into hellbats. And yeah, just heal them up. The 1-1 is not gonna be done though with this move out. There's no real factory units to assist this. Like, he does have a bunch of hellbats, but those don't really have the AoE that you're looking for. You can transform them now. He will actually heal this guy up quite almost to full before engaging. But there's no like long range siege support, no real anchor point. Look, hellbats, as nice as they are, they just fall to banelings. And there's gonna be banelings. There's a counterattack on the way here right now, and 1 hellbat might have been great at home, huh? To preempt something like that. He does get a clean on that kill on that base, but at home he's struggling to retake this. He just cancelled Team Act because he was afraid it's gonna get targeted down. Bailing speed on the way. Carapace about to finish up. That's gonna be then the point where the defense is gonna be quite easy. This army hasn't been reinforced. They don't have combat shields yet, even though they do have +1 and attack and armor. They kind of want to move back. As much as I like a Reaper with 3 kills and a grenade and a late game army, it's just not gonna be enough. So at least he gets the Widowmine. But yeah, Byun is gonna play Widowmine heavy style again. Infestation Pit on the way here. Well, Solar. I haven't seen the new Shroud yet. I haven't seen the ranged damage from every unit that's ranged. Every ranged attack is reduced by 50% damage on units under that Shroud, basically. That means if you shroud your opponent's units and you have lurkers or hydras shooting at those also, like, you buff your opponent. Oh, he's gonna kill that base. Oh god, he's gonna kill that base. Oh, Solar's gonna be mad. Like, he's mining from 3 bases right now. He's so mad because he looks at this army, he's like, what is this? Why haven't I killed this yet? Why do you have still this flimsy army walking across here? And I agree. This should move back. Now, on this map, taking 4 bases as a Terran player kind of stretches you really thin. I feel like this base might have been more attainable, or maybe this one as a staging point for your push. Byun is gonna move out to the right side. Meanwhile, he still has his Roman army here in the north, but it's so weak at this point. He's gonna spread out the Hellbats, gonna trade as good as he can, and then he's gonna try to engage here into the big group of units, but Solar is not gonna give him the engage that he's looking for. Two did just finish up. So these Marines are super powerful right now. They're supercharged. Can they cancel Adrenal? No, I don't think so. 2-2 is not done yet for Solar, but it is very soon. So he should be looking to not engage yet. Just in a moment. Oh, that was a attempted counterattack which just got caught by the army. But 2-2 is gonna finish here. And now Solar can move in, can engage. You don't really want to move in with everything at once. Actually, kind of you need like a flank against this. It doesn't seem like he's able to push through this choke point here. And Byun potentially with another kill on this hatchery. Or can Solar swing back the pendulum? Byun is actually pulling away a small amount of units from this group in the bottom here, and Solar will be able to retake this position. Now we do have a bunch of links and a couple of Banes to counterattack here, but it's just not going to be enough to fight a planetary. He catches some stray units, but yeah, you need to be careful that you don't get caught yourself. Byun still on point here. Is he still on point? Adrenal now? No, he drops into the Banes. Not on point in this group here, unfortunately. Loses all of the Marines. And we do have Ultras now, but chitinous plating is not done. He can't really engage. Look at how weak these Ultras are. It's like they're made out of pudding. He still does get a clean on this army, and he has a group of links counterattacking in the south, but there's already the wall here. Nice Widowmine to catch 5 Banelings just walking in the Congo line. And Byun is actually just expanding beyond this. He just doesn't care. He just stays alive. Even though his army is not that strong right now. Like, he needs some ghosts. He's going actually into Liberators. I want to see the Caduceus Reactors because he has way too many medevacs, and him basically like throw away a couple of medevacs, like get some drops going or something. 10 medevacs is fine, 15 is a little bit overkill. That's 30 supply of his army. That means only 60 supply can fight currently, right? And of those 60 supply, he has like 10 in production. Or even more, 15 in production. So he's actually only fighting with like 40 supply against Ultralists. And that's where you see, like, all of these medevacs, as great as they are, they can't shoot. 3-3 about to finish. Byun does lose a bunch though. Can he stabilize? Spire on the way now. The Spire is faster now. It's cheaper now. But this is not like that's a Spire aimed at a specific timing. This is a I wanna get eventually open up Broodlord's Spire. And Lings still can't get through the wall. Finally, he nibbles open that supply depot. And this base here in the bottom is gonna get slaughtered. So Byun was able to re-max here and recreate his army, and he was able to extract some value, and that's actually some very nice value here. If he can get this fight and take it correctly, I guess he's gonna evacuate, it's also fine. Yeah, that's not gonna work, Solar. Oh bro, oh brozo, oh brozo, oh man. And it comes back in and dies from the AoE? No, it doesn't. One Marauder's gonna do the trick. That was too expensive, yeah. Solar recognizes this and says no. So Byun takes the third map out of this best of 5. Alright. Let me grow actually a little bit here. Now I grow in power. Game number 4. Map is gonna be Andromeda. Byun up 2-1. And here we go. Top right, Byun. Bottom left, Solar. Okay, some banter. You want to win more than anyone else. Byun going for a command center first here, playing quite greedy. Now this could be an opening for Solar to exploit. There could be a roach follow-up push. It's gonna be again the 2-on-1 from Byun here. Now what is Solar's plan to try and do against this? Solar just like, oh, again a command center first. Link comes in, it's gonna get a good scout again, it's gonna see the exact same setup. And let's see what Solar wants to play against this. Maybe he has an idea. He goes into the quick Evo chamber. A quick +1 carapace is what this the counter used to be. And it's still viable these days. So you might just do that. Supply depot on the way here. Try and wall up that entrance. Sixty Marines again moving out here. No medevacs yet though. Stim will be finishing up. It's not 16 Marines, what am I saying? It's like 12 something. He's just rotating to see if he can catch that Overlord, but the Overlord actually moved out of the way, so it's safe sitting here over these crystals. And we do see the Baneling nest coming this time a little bit earlier from Solar. And the +1 carapace is going to be so fast. I mean, the +1 damage is about to start now for Byun, and we already have the carapace about to finish here from Solar. That's gonna make his queens tankier, his lings tankier, the non-speed banelings are gonna be tankier. And yeah, the marine DPS is just gonna be reduced quite a bit. If Solar can catch these medevacs with the queens mid-air, that would be the perfect situation. He might play Mutas on this map. I'm looking at this, he's sitting at still 3 bases, going into a hive. He could play Mutas if he wanted to. He's gonna try to go in with the links. Oh, he notices now that he forgot Zergling speed. He's defending with slow links, and he still manages to do it. And yeah, he just starts Zergling speed. Because he went into such a quick carapace, he forgot to start Zergling speed afterwards. And he never got it. He only had Zerglings. He had so many Zerglings even, he just didn't see that they weren't fast. And now he tries to engage, he's like, wait, why are they so slow? Oh, now I see. So he defends with slow links against Byun, trying to drop him there with 16 marines and stim and no combo shields. But of course the carapace shines in a situation even like that. Queens and links without speed were enough here. This could have been one of the rare games where you see Baneling speed finish before Zergling speed. Let's see. This is 19 more seconds and this is... it's a little bit more. The Ursadon is laughing at the face of danger there. A couple of marines getting sniped by some queens. There's the Zergling speed done, and there's the Baneling speed. Now this army from Solar got a lot more powerful in the last few seconds here. A very meaningful amount of power. And links coming for a flank. Banes do have their speed. Can he catch the Medivacs? That's the big question. Can he catch the bulk of the Marines? One connection could do it. It does not catch the Medivacs. Neither does he catch all of the bio units. But he gets a good chunk. Third CC is done here by Byun. Which one will he take? The one I assume over here. He could take this kind of reduced base down here as well. Armory and Engineering Bay coming on the way to finish up more upgrades. Infestation Pit for that potential hive. Byun still hasn't given up on this idea to try and kill this base. One Marine has to bite the dust though for this attempt. 2 tanks now pushing here in the right side. Byun is trying to, I think he tried to drop it on top of these things, but it's not a place where you can put units to. Now the Banes to come in, the tanks didn't focus down the base, and Solar's gonna keep it safe, tanks to die. Byun is evacuating, he's trying to fight again in the top, he kills a couple queens, no, only one. I guess he killed 2, he almost killed 3. But Byun is very slowly taking his bases, it feels like. Solar's already on Hive. On the way to Hive, and Byun just established his third. Solar's gonna have 5 bases in a moment. He's sitting on 4. Yeah, this tempo advantage is quite far in favor of Solar. And that's all because he skipped Zergling speed for so long. No, actually. It's because his defense was really neat. He didn't really lose drones. I mean, look at this. He literally did not lose any drones. And Byun was building on this pressure to do something. To gain him temp advantage, but in the end it's basically Solar who just goes unscathed by all of this pressure from Byun. He just has him enough units, he even takes another base over here. This is also like, it's a small base, that's so cute. I really like these small bases. You can fully saturate this with 8 drones. And then 11 drones basically is the maximum for that base to be efficient. Adrenaline on the way, he's going into the Ultralisk cavern. But Byun, I mean, he gets a cancel here now on this base, he tries to kill the drone, but that even doesn't work out. Queens are coming again in for the assist, and they do get a big kill on the full medivac here. Byun is just struggling so hard to find any openings, and he... I'm speechless. I hope you guys were speechless as well. We just saw that. We saw the accidental swarm host try to hit the base, and then Byun actually microing against it. The swarm host launches the locust. Byun picks up his marines, drops them again, and does kill the locust before they even get off one shot. But there's the big engage! Coming in, sniping a few SCVs here. In the end though, the big fight does not go too well here for Solar, but he doesn't need it to go that well because he already has such a big lead. Because his defense was just so good. He's sitting at 86 drones. He's again engaging here on top of Byun's army. And now this time with Ultralisks. No kindness plating again, but I mean, he doesn't really need it at this point. There's so much Link Bane left over here. And this is just too much here from Byun to handle. Byun was never really... He always kind of kept on losing his units. He was never really accumulating a big mass of Marines and Marauders. And his push was never really strong, never really there. His timing on the expansions was also quite late in comparison. So yeah, really well played by Solar, very nice and clean game. And now we hop into the last map of this best of 5 here. And it's gonna be on satellite years, whatever that means. Bottom right we have Byun, and top left it is Solar. Ramp natural. There's weird snow stuff. There's a satellite down there. Oh, there's like... Oh, look at this. I don't think you can go there, but there's like a path. Or maybe it's a worker only path to this dude. I'm not sure. I wonder if you can actually... Oh, this is so cute. I wish I could zoom in more on this, but they have like balloons waiting for them. This is the evacuation path. Oh, this is so cute. What's down there? There's like a fiery thing. Okay. Very interesting map. Again, command center first. Byun doing it again. But it did work once, it didn't really work the second time. There is the Tastelope. What's this thing? I guess it's like a sensor turret or something. Byun is actually not going for the 2-1-1. He's just going for a command center first barracks opening into a 1-1-1 setup this time. So it's gonna be different. I really thought he would go again into the 2-1-1. Sometimes he tends to be a little bit like a broken record, but it's not the case this time. So that's actually a little bit of trickery here. He's gonna have way faster tech. Edu. Ey du, he's speaking some German right now. Ey du. Was tust du da? The Solar might be falling for this. It's like, hey, are you doing the same again, man? 3 times in a row, really? And Byun actually is not. So if Solar goes for a quick carapace this game, he's gonna be surprised badly. Yeah, it's me again. And he will scout the factory, and unfortunately for Byun, the information is already there for Solar, so yeah. Should have probably made the factory over here. Starboard on the way, Hellion Banshee most likely is what it's gonna be here. Alien's just kind of poking by, like, hey, do you have any creep? And the Queen's like, no, we don't. And then Aliens see it anyways, and they shoot at the Queens. And the Queen's like, what are you doing? And the Hellions, just a job. So Solar is keeping the creep safe here. Three racks follow up. Very standard 3cc build here from Byun. But this time of course with a CC first, so it's even more economic. Now these bases are funny. They have a rich Vespene geyser, but they only have 6 mineral patches, so it's not a full operational base. It's like 1.5, sorry, 0.75 times the base. Banshee coming in here, trying to snipe workers. Man, he's really eating that spore damage. Ooh, he really liked those green balls. They must have some extra spice or something. He still gets 5 kills though. Queen was not in position to assist on the kill for the spore. So pretty good for Byun, I'd say. Now losing a couple SCVs is really unnecessary down here. And yeah, he even saw the links coming with the aliens, so definitely unnecessary. Sloppy. Oh god, one of the Banshees is gonna die. Oh, he sees it. The Overlord. He provides the vision. Oh, this Queen is coming in for the assassination. I want to snipe you. Byun stays alive with those Banshees. 1-1. More than halfway done. He's gonna actually go into 6 barracks? Oh, that's not a thing. So no. There are 8 barracks. There we go. Aliens are rotating over to the right. He could still use them as hellbats, but he's gonna poke in with them now. And yeah, this is a full commitment at this point. 2 drones is what he settles for. Unfortunately, he just finished up his armory. Infestation pit here, on the way. And Solar's actually had an upgrades, so that's a big thing here. Byun might be able to eventually get... Oh god, this is a full-on Atrax. He has no add-ons, he's just gonna go pedal to the metal, make marine, and send him across. So can he make this happen? Shoots the rock there for a second. Oh, sorry, it's ice. And yeah, already picking up here. He needs kind of to save his tanks. He tried to pick one up, but he didn't unload correctly. Now he does get the second one, but almost loses one of these medevacs here. Maybe, yeah, coming from the high ground is a solid choice, but this Adrax is already kind of ill-fated. It's all about the timing, and this first wave getting pushed like it did, well, that's not gonna go too well for your Adrax here, I feel like, I'm afraid so. No, he still has 2 tanks, but again, setting them up quite out in the open there. Needs to pick them up now. Oh, he's gonna lose one. Oh my god. Oh, and the Marines. Ah. No, he's microing these Banshees, but there's only four drones that he killed with those, so. Are we gonna see some repairs? I guess not on the tank, because the one that was damaged did die. Banshee also dying here. And Solar is just growing behind this. He just goes into the Ultraless Cavern, he goes into his Adrenal, he goes into a macro hatchery in the main base, so he's never gonna lose in production wars. He knows it's an Atrax, so he can just, if he can outproduce, he's already out mining vastly, so if he can outproduce, that's all he needs to do. He can trade worse, way worse, but he just needs to have that production. Well, that was a quick deny on this base. Very ambitious drone. These bases on this map are kind of 2 by 2. He could have taken this base, but it's of course very harassable from the middle area, so he doesn't really want to go for that one. Also, it's not a real base, not full saturation. But it might be a good consideration. Now, links for a counterattack, and they are so highly upgraded. They're still missing their Adrenal, but 2-2 links are quite nice here. And actually, Byun is coming back with some of his units. And he's still losing so much. This army in the front is so weak right now. If Solar would see this, he would immediately jump on this one. He even gets more value here with these links. Adrenaline now finished up, so he's so catching so much. This is so cost efficient, it's insane. Can he kill a tank? No, he doesn't. Well, that tank is very adventurous. I got this, guys, is what he says. Banshee immediately gets sniped. Liberators are doing a good job. Blinding Cloud though, even a Abduct there finished the job on that Liberator. That Lib did have 12 kills, and some of those were queens, so pretty decent job on the Libs. But in the end, I mean, what does he have to defend all of these links? Byun doesn't really have an army, everything he has is across the map. He doesn't really have something at home, big counterattack from Solar, but in the end, it's just a lift that he gets. And maybe Solar will lose the bases himself. He loses the base on the right. Oh, he catches that medevac though. It was not the full one. Oh, one good connect. Oof, okay, Byun is still on point there. He didn't lose too much. Yeah, those 2-2 adrenaline links, man. They're just too powerful. Whew. And the spy on the way. Byun does not have anything. Like, he has no money. We can look at this, he's way lower here, but we can also look at this. And this shows it even more, there's no money for the Terran. And Solar just has so much money. Even though his income is dwindling now, it's still way better than Byun's. But coming in though, if he can snipe this base, maybe there's a way back into this. But again, he does snipe the base, but he loses so much at home. One big siege tank shot even into his own worker line, killing 9 SCVs there with friendly fire. It was the perfect stack. The Lings were on top. Now plus 3-3, finishing for everybody here. Everybody's gonna get it. He gets the Ultralisk Cavern. It stays alive. It stays alive. Oh boy, man, these medivacs are so low. Oh! Oh, the queen. Oh! And then he loses it. And now we do have a couple corruptors to chase down these medivacs because he just wants to get rid of this, and this is most likely gonna be the nail in the coffin here. He does kill the Ultra Cavern, so no more Ultras, and he will kill the spawning pool, which immediately do get remade, by the way, so it's not for long. But that might be a trick. Now, if you can build the temple, but Solar still has a big army. Still has 99 Lings, he still has 21 Banes. It's not like he needs it right now. But if you trade this in this moment, there's no way he can immediately remax. So the army is not getting stronger from Solar during this period. You can see his bank really building up. But this has got to be like 6 Ultras or so, and they'll just be there. He has so many Corruptors. That might be an issue. There's nothing really that they can shoot at. Byun did stop Liberator production, but of course cleaning out all medivacs is going to be quite nice. Then coming in here for the hatchery snipe. Can he get it? Very Marauder heavy. Of course, it's going to be nice against the Ultras. And Solar did identify this and say like, alright, I'm going to only make 2 Ultralisks. The rest is going to be Lings. So that's a very good choice. And it's going to bode very, very nicely for him in this composition war here against Byun. So far, Byun is still pushing the issue. He needs to lift his commands a bit, or he's not mining anymore, really. I would want to show the base, but this game is gonna end now. Oh my god. Yeah, this game is gonna end the drone attacking. Okay, let's check quickly the base. Here is the main base that needs to lift. This base needs to lift. He needs to mine from basically this area, and he can even mine from here. It doesn't matter really. He needs to just have that mining going, so he can keep on pumping out Marines basically, is what it boils down to. It's not that difficult. Yeah, there we go. So he does move 1 base now. But he will get caught before it will reach its location, and I'm pretty sure that Byun's chances of winning this are dwindling by the second here. And there's the GG. Fucking Solar does take the series here against Byun.